We are about ready to roll here, guys. Got our engine all purdied up, moved our governor, got our clutch modified. Really all we need now is our hardware. I'm 11 bolts away from just putting this all together and giving it hell. Now, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, the most trickiest part of any custom go-kart build is your brake caliper. I don't like the bell drums, them little bell drums, whatever them are. They're just, I don't know. They don't lock up like a hydro brake does here. But if you're gonna install the hydro brake, you know, it's just real tricky. You're gonna have to use your head, guys. You're gonna need a couple tools. You're gonna need a welder. You're gonna need some metal bits because you're gonna be boring some holes. Let me tell you, this thing was pretty tricky, but we got it on there. And actually, what we did, as you can see here, I utilized that rod from that old little drum brake system that it had on it. You know, I just connected it right there in my master cylinder. Zip tie is just temporary. That thing wants to move around on me. I'm gonna put a little metal bracket on there to hold it down, but zip tie holds it on for the time being. It is totally functional. But yeah, this was probably the trickiest part of this build, guys, was building this mount. And what I did here, man, instead of just welding a bracket to the frame, I just made me a bracket that bolts right to the top of my pillow block. Works great too. I was gonna put your standard weld on caliper mount, but accidentally ordered the wrong the wrong thing. That's obviously way too big for what I want to do, so that kind of set me back to square one. So I just started cutting on some metal, did a little fabricating. If you look in there, you'll have to cut a little radius in there, guys, and you'll pop a hole in the top and the bottom. And then down here, I put an L bracket and bored a hole in that so it will receive my bolt from my pillow block. And this thing's on there, guys, not going nowhere. I had to put me a weld across that, and my bottom bolt here actually ties in to this bottom piece that I welded on here. So it's got that super secure bolt straight bolted to both pieces of metal. Now this one up here on top is just through this piece of metal, but down here it's twice as thick. This thing ain't going nowhere, guys. Took me a second to figure it out, wrap my head around it. Looked at 100 different YouTube videos on how this was done, and this is what I come up with. This works real well on these pillow blocks, guys. Didn't have to weld nothing to my frame. But she's coming along. Got her wheel mounted. Got her brake working. Got our throttle ready here. We just gotta link and hook her up. Haven't done that yet because what's the point? I ain't got the bolts on my pillow blocks yet. But our next problem is we can't use the original seat because of where I had to place my master cylinder. So that's probably going to step me back another 3 or 4 days. I'm going to have to order a seat. But coming together nicely, guys. And just like my other cart I built, I'm going to put this whole thing together, you know, make sure it's mechanically functioning properly. And then after that, we're going to tear it all down and put the paint on her. But we're almost there.